Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is one of the more terrifying games of the series, however, it's also one of the easier ones. So, with that said, I wanted to see how quickly I could beat this game in as little time as possible. But if you guys ended up enjoying this video and you'd like to see more content just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like. No, seriously, it really helps the algorithm. We start off the run by getting thrown into this garbage chute right here. Kind of rude, but whatever. One thing that I end up doing every single time we start off the game like this, I'll always hold the forward key so that I get a super boost by the time I'm ready to start running. And zoom. Yeah, that's the only time I ever use glitches, just to let you know. Yeah, so most of the time I miss these platforms, so instead of just jumping and waiting for the next one to come around, I just move to the left and jump on the second platform. Another thing you might notice that I do to speed things up is I'll always use the hands to open the doors, that way when I'm going towards the door, I'm not getting stuck in front of it. But anyways, these platforms can be quite tricky at times because the moment you jump on them, they start lowering, so you gotta be incredibly fast. Unfortunately, I do have to wait for the second row. But anyways, there's Capnap going up into a vent, and we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to pull the platform over, jump on top, and let it ride. After we go through the ventilation systems, we're going to head over to the right side, pick up this battery right in the bathroom, and then the one on the left as well. Then what we're going to do is grab this green electricity with the green hand, go up our stairs, as well as open the door in front of us. Then we're going to quickly pick up the phone. Now, I really like staying in this position right beside the door, because as soon as the battery drops, we're going to pick it up, throw it into the slot, and the door will open for us. Or we open the door, but you get the picture. But anyways, we're going to go on top of this rubble, and then jump over to the side railing to be able to get to our destination twice as fast. After going through these doors, we're going to be doing our very first puzzle, which it's actually quite easy. Then we're going to go through the final door, and up the stairs we go. And this part's pretty simple, you just have to pull these levers, and the door will open for you. And right here is the longest part of the entire game other than the other lore-heavy cutscenes. Well, that was a waste of 2 minutes. I need a refund. Anyways, we're gonna go through this door on the center of the map and get ourselves the key. The key to this door. It's pretty snazzy. Once we get into the gas factory area, we're gonna head over to the left, grab a battery, and put it in the slot over to the right. And that'll give us the Mario hand. Why the Mario hand? Well, yabba wee. Anyways, we're gonna do a little bit of platforming here and a little bit more platforming. This is where we hit our next puzzle. This puzzle used to be quite confusing, but I think I'm a pro at this point now. Anyways, once the puzzle is done, we just jump over to the other side and wait a long time for the door to open. Anyways, once it does, you just press the big red button and wait for the lights to shut down. Because if we're a little too fast, it's going to break the game, and I don't think we want to do that at all. Anyways, we're going to head back down underneath the statues and grab our next key. We're going to quickly open this door, and this is where things get super nightmarish. Now, when we're running down these halls, you want to keep a hold on the shift key as you don't want to let go. If you do, you're not going to be able to run anymore. And I don't think this guy here wants that. But after about 3 minutes, we're going to eventually make it to the end where we find a tape that we need to put into a DVD player. DVD player? And after a long wait with the guy telling us what a terrible person we are for not joining up on a party, things get pretty nightmarish. Good morning. This one is easily the longest puzzle out of the entire game, so keep your hat on. Speaking of hats, there's a mask that we have to pick up. After we get out of this section, things get pretty crazy. After a little bit of running around, we have to find 2 more batteries. Battery 1 and battery 2. How do you do? Next, we go up these stairs where we find this guy. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not that scary, just pull the plug. Once we go through this vent and we insert the next battery, we're gonna have to find another battery. Just use the shock ability on this receiver, get the other one, and move over to the left. Right over here, there's going to be 2 receivers that you have to use. You have to be very fast with it. But once it's done, you'll get a tiny jump scare, that's fine, and then you just want to rev up one of the other RCs. Once that's done, you want to go through this door where there's a lot of gas. So put on your gas mask. And once you're out of this vent, you're going to be able to find your second battery. Congratulations. Bada bing, bada boom. And after going through this door, you're going to be shielded off by, yet again, another puzzle. This one's pretty easy, just turn this one like so, this one exactly right here, aim the thing to the thing, and there you go, that's it.
For the first half, anyway.
This one's pretty much the same thing, you just click, aim, and shoot. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's it, we're out of this section. Well, what, you thought we were done? Heck no. When we step outside, we end up getting jumped by Kissy Missy. Terrifying. Anyways, we're gonna grab this wire and put it in the basement. We then get our key and move on to the next level. I absolutely hate this level. After a little bit of puzzling around, we're finally ready for the boss of this level. If you're fast enough with it, you can actually beat this boss pretty quickly without even seeing the boss to begin with. Anyways, when you get to this point, hit this node on the left and then hit the other one on the right to open the door on the left. Be sure to hit this node on your way out. You're gonna come over here, hit this node, and be sure to do it a couple of times with both of the nodes, and also get it a third time for the final area. The next step here is quite simple. All you have to do is grab the batteries, put them in the slots, and you're home free. Oh yeah, and watch the floors, they're slippery. So right here is my least favorite part. Pretty much everywhere you go, you're gonna find little smiling critters slowly coming after you. On a normal playthrough, this is pretty terrifying, but we're not here for terrifying, we're here to speedrun. So when we come across this puzzle section, we're gonna skip it entirely by jumping over a few bricks. So down the stairs we go, and we're ready for the next chase sequence. Buddy does not look healthy. But anyways, when you're speedrunning this section, it is very vital to know exactly where you're going because one wrong turn leads to your death. But once you get to this section, it's pretty simple. But after a very short chase scene, we're now into the offices. You're gonna come up to this vent where you find a battery, put it in the slot, and away you go. Take the battery again and put it in the other slot to open the other door. I'm just gonna quickly let you guys know there is no danger here up until you get to the catnap boss fight. Anyways, you're gonna grab this battery and put it in the slot right behind you. Then you're just gonna look up to get to another vent crawl space. We then wanna go into this main office, hit the vent on the top, and get our key. Yeah, this part took so long on my first attempt. All I had to do was look up. But anyways, once we go down this vent right here, we're gonna have another battery puzzle. This one here is pretty simple. It's pretty much just all about timing. And then, boom! Another puzzle. Once you do finally finish this puzzle and head over to this vent right here, you're met with catnap. Absolutely terrifying. But after a massive lore dump, you're finally ready for the final boss. Just grab this big blue battery and head over to the gas room. And surprise, it's catnap. But we're not going to be too concerned about him. We're just going to activate the lift, get inside, and away we go. Now, in the final boss room, one thing I like to do is I like to dump all 4 batteries over in front of the computer so that it makes it super easy to just put it into the slots when available. One thing you can do with catnap is if you have your gun hand, you can shoot it just to make sure that it's not a phantom catnap. If it isn't, then you have to close off the hallway by activating one of the nodes to activate the steam.
I don't even know why that one was so tough to say.
Anyways, there will come a point where you'll have to deal with catnap in the ceiling. It's not too difficult, but it definitely adds to the pressure. But once the final battery is charged up, you want to grab the node and give catnap a good old high five, reminiscing in that sweet, sweet victory. But we're not done just yet. We need to bring the fog over to the left side, and we need to listen to Poppy for about 5 minutes. Watch a quick movie, head down the elevator, and time. Man, very close to under an hour, but that was a really fun speedrun. If you guys enjoyed, I hope you guys did. If you guys like to see more content where I do speedruns and other type of challenge videos, please let me know in the comments. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.